Hello students. So today we are going to study about the genetic code. Now you know very well that DNA has got 4 types of nucleotide. Okay, and these 4 types of nucleotides is making the DNA, which is having the information for protein formation through messenger RNA. Okay, and proteins are made up of only amino acid which are of 20 types. So now the scientists wanted to know what is the relationship between the nucleotides and amino acid, how the nucleotides are containing the information so that the amino acid can be arranged in proper sequence. Now see, a George Camus, actually he was not a biologist, he was a physics person. Okay, so he gave one proposition. He told it might be some combination of the bases might be working. Then they told 4:1 means 1:1 is coding for 20 amino acid is not possible. Means one amino acid is not coded by one nitrogenous base. Okay, then he thought might be combination of bases. Set of 2 nitrogenous base. Set of 2 nitrogenous base. Are they coding for 20 amino acid? Because set of the 2 nitrogenous base will be coming total. Types of how many types of combination we can get? 16 types of combination. So it was found this is also not working. The combination of bases power 2 means set of 2 is not working, set of 1 is not working. Then they made a set of 3. Set of 3 means they are finding, they are getting nearly 64 types of possible combinations they are getting it. And that is only working for 20 amino acid. So finally they got an idea. Okay, fine, it is a set of the nitrogenous bases which are working for the responsible for coding the information in the form of the sequence of the amino acid. And they told this set of 3 is one codon. Try to understand here. See, now see here, this is the DNA and we are using this as a template strand. Okay, this will be used as a template strand. So obviously this is your coding strand which we have already discussed earlier in the previous videos. If you want, you can go and check it back. So this is your RNA now. You know very well RNA will have the same information which is given in the coding, but only one thing, you have to replace the T with the U. Now they are telling that the sequence of 3 nitrogenous bases will have the information for one amino acid. It means it's a combination of bases. So this is your one codon. Okay. So this one codon is having the information for one amino acid. This is another codon. This is another and this is another. So as a result, what they are telling, one codon means set of 3 nitrogenous base. Are you understanding the diagram carefully? So what does it mean? They are telling a set of 3 nitrogenous bases means one codon. According to them, codons are triplet in nature. Codons are triplet. So we can understand one codon means one amino acid. Now, once again, see, if you know amino acids are only 20 amino acids, you know very well. And codons generated by the triplet means by this concept, codon were generated, 64 codons were generated. So from here you can get an idea. It means one codon will code for only one amino acid. But one amino acid can be coded by many codons. Is it clear? Now, when we say one codon will code for one amino acid means we want to say they are specific. And when we say one amino acid can be coded by many codon, we say codon degenerate. I hope up till here we are saying what do you mean by the term codon and how is the relationship of the codon or sequence of nitrogenous base with amino acid. I hope up till here is it clear? Now see next. So in the discovery, I think so first is clear that George Camus, he gave this, the codon will be triplet in nature. So according to George Camus, codons are triplet. Nierberg and Mathe, now the challenging task was what is the they have to decipher the genetic code. They want to know sequence of the nitrogenous base, what are they coding for what. So what he has done, Nirberg method, they have prepared poly-U, okay. When they prepared poly-U, see here, this is poly-U, then they found when the poly-U is coming, suppose here I have taken 9. So 3 phenylalanine came, okay. When they are adding 10th one, no change. When they are adding 11th one, no change. When they are adding 12th, immediately again phenylalanine came. So this is how they are deciphering. Means they have prepared the poly chains, either poly-U or either poly-A or poly-C. The next scientist was Hargobind Khurana. He has prepared copolymer. Copolymer means he is now using a set of 2. For example, let us assume Cu, 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 Cu. This is the set he prepared. Okay, so this is coding for one amino acid. This will be coding for another amino acid. This will be again same what was the first was there. And this is the way how the deciphering was done. Is it clear? They were preparing RNA by using DNA as a template. Now another scientist, that is Severo-Onko. He has prepared RNA in a defined sequence. This is very important. Please learn it carefully. In a defined sequence means either using homopolymer or copolymer. He prepared RNA in a defined sequence in a template independent manner. Means he didn't use a template. Without using template, he has prepared RNA. By using an enzyme, with the help of an enzyme that is polynucleotide phosphorylase. So this is the polynucleotide phosphorylase, and to give a respect to him, we call this enzyme as Severo-Onko enzyme also. So I hope the discovery of the genetic code, starting from the George Gamow, who gave the proposition that the combination of bases should work, and according to him, there is a set of the 3 nitrogenous bases, and the set of 3 nitrogenous bases were called as codons. So he told codons are triplet. So he has first given this idea. Then Nirberg method, he has prepared poly-U, the deciphering started. Okay, they wanted to know what is a set preparing for what. Then Hargobind Khurana, he has done by using copolymer. I hope this discovery sequence you are learning it properly. Then, but problem is this: these both fellows they were preparing the RNA by using DNA as a template. So Severo-Onko told, let us prepare the RNA without DNA. Okay, so he prepared RNA with a template independent manner. So we can say Severo-Onko has done in vitro synthesis of RNA. He has done in vitro synthesis of RNA without using any DNA. And the enzyme that he has used is known as polynucleotide phosphorylase, which is also known as Severo-Onko enzyme. I hope up till here topic is clear. Now see one question for the practice. Suppose they are giving you, okay, instead of 4 types of nucleotides, there are 5 types of nucleotides. So they are giving you what? They have given you 5 types of nucleotides, and they are asking that they code for only how many amino acid? They code for only 10 amino acid, okay? So what will be the nature of the codon? Will it be doublet, will it be singlet, or it will be triplet or quadruplet? What will be the nature of the codon? So now see how to solve such questions. See the solution here. First of all, what is they have given you how many types of nitrogenous base? You write it here. They have given 5 types of nitrogenous base. Then how many types of amino acid they are giving you in number? They are giving you only 10 amino acid. So this is how you have to first make it, write it. Then you start 5 by 1 for 10. So you write 5 by 1 means answer should be coming 5. Okay, which is not possible. So you will say no. Single is not possible, means one nitrogenous base for one amino acid is not possible. Then you will write it here this way, doublet, and you will make this way work. And doublet means 5 square means 25. Yes, this is possible. Okay, this combination is possible. So you will say your answer will be codons are doublet. Are you getting how we are solving it? This is your KVPY question also. They are asking in the KVPY these types of questions. I hope this will help you to solve it and learn the concept properly. So I hope now this information is clear. See here the diagram. DNA template, okay? The DNA template by transcription is making messenger RNA, and set of 3 nitrogenous bases are for 1 codon, and during translation the protein will be attached. Okay, up till here I hope this topic is clear. Now see here, this is the genetic code which is prepared. Total 64 codons were prepared, out of which 3 were stop codons. I hope you can see it carefully. These 3 were stop codons. Okay, this is 3 are stop codons. So 61 are coding for amino acid. Now if you see how you have to prepare it, you'll make the 4 boxes, and the first messenger RNA base you will write here. So every time you're writing here, and you are dividing it UCAG this way, okay? UCAG. So first is U everywhere. You can, I hope you can check it carefully. This U we are keeping it, okay? Then second is again UCAG. So again second is U here in this also row. And in this, you have these each rows again having UCAG together, all this together. So you are having UCAG. Okay, see this second how they are making it. The second base they are using C here. Again the first row will be having U only, and in the third row you are finding all UCAG. So you are adding first C in every 4, then you are adding only U there, and it will be, then third will be UCAG. I hope this is clear. Now see what they have deciphered. Triple U and WC is coding for phenylalanine. WA and WG is coding for leucine. This is also for leucine. Okay. This is isoleucine, and AUG is a start codon which is coding for methionine. So this is the way how the entire deciphering of the 64 combinations what the George Gamow has suggested they have done, and they told his 61 codon codes for amino acid. They code for amino acid, and only 3 codons are the one which are working as a stop codon. They don't code for any amino acid. Is it clear? Now see the salient feature of the genetic code. So what are the salient features? First of all, they are triplet. We say codons are triplet in nature. Then we are finding there is a start codon. And start codon is your AUG, which codes for methionine. Then there is a stop codon also. Total numbers are 3 in number. Okay, 3 stop codons, which are UAA, UAG, and UGA. They are universal, means everywhere AUG will code for methionine only, whether you start from the bacteria or you go for the giant organism, universal codon. Then they are specific. Specific means one codon codes for only one amino acid. Specific is also known as they are unambiguous. Then next is they are commaless. Codon degenerate, the degeneracy of codon. It means one amino acid can be coded by many codon. So I hope this topic is clear to you. Keep watching class. Still, if you have doubt, you can message me. I'll try to help you out. If you liked it, Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel.